Hello and welcome to another episode of Dungeons and Dragon Age here at Misfit Adventures. Again, as every week, mention our two small affiliates. Go down into the description and find the link for Composite Games for all of your Warhammer paints, brushes, models, books, etc. And you'll also find Mini Megastore for all of your Dungeons and Dragons. Most of your Dungeons and Dragons, if not all of your Dungeons and Dragons needs, miniatures, books, etc., etc. And yes, as for this evening, I'm going to come up with some better adverts for that one day. But as for tonight's session, let's get on with it. There we go. Right. Terrible impression of the Tasmanian devil.
Oh God.
So episode 67. Last week you eventually sent the charmed Helm Horror to the bottom of the lake with the boat and revived Blue Eyes, the white dragon. Unable to fly, Blue Eyes carried the earls on its back, marching alongside you on a wagon being pulled by two mules. When the mules got tired and thirsty, you pulled over next to a lake where Bob discovered never go in the water, although it probably won't stop him in the future. You were attacked by creatures poisoned by the blight. After the victory, you continued across the plains back towards Denerim, spotting many holes in the ground and countryside, and running into its inhabitant, a gargantuan purple worm-type creature. Now clear of the surface holes, you are approximately 2 miles outside the encampment.
Hi. I feel like we're going to die.
Aren't you just full of a half full kind of guy, aren't you?
Yeah.
Right.
No, because I'm just like, there is a massive monster behind us. I don't really want to get into Denerim, do I? Or do we?
So is it officially behind us?
Yes.
So from last week, you guys carried on moving past. You're clear of all the holes that were around the area. The monster was maybe a quarter of a mile behind when it came out of the ground and sort of moved across and went down another hole.
Yeah, Skiffit makes a good point, so I'm quickly going to lay on hands myself a few points just to heal.
Oh, thanks.
I'll give myself
Always
another.
so trustworthy.
Yeah, 17 points I'll give myself.
You're the one that's almost on max health. I'm the one that's... yeah, I have taken the most damage.
What are you talking about?
I've taken like 47. Cole's taken...
It's 44.
What? Oh, yeah.
44.
Can't count. You've taken less than...
34.
Yeah, shut up. I can count. You've taken...
Oh, John, I'm an educated DM tonight.
Educated.
He took barely any damage. I'm the one that's taken most of the damage. I'm also the one that probably has the
There's
lowest
other
AC.
people here like Boberton, Day, and Cole. You forgot about them too.
They've still taken less damage than me.
Better me get on my argue about this.
I love Bob. So, I mean, you're still on the back of the wagon. I think you already put your kit on anyway.
Yeah, because I decided to make a. We decided to make a move.
But you continue along this pathway, arguing about who's taking the most hits. Sure, right. Skip it, sort of going, look.
And how long have you been have you joined us?
I mean, I
can
do that.
There's one little bout. There's many battle scars in this group during the time.
That's right.
Three members of this team have definitely been reduced to 0 at least once.
You're next.
Go on then, here, come here then. I'll give you a little rub on the head. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Oh, Andress, oh, me darling, Granny, you 10 HP on this guy here. And do lay hands on Paul.
Oh my God, I think I'd be so disturbed if Bob was doing that. I've just like,
You got it.
all right,
It looks
Dad.
like you're
Oh,
going.
yeah, I'll do it.
And you get 10 HP back.
Cheers.
Looks like you're getting soft there, Bob.
Oh my God.
Well, he's only a little lad, a bit bigger than me, but little for everyone else.
God. So yeah, just put it in long. You can almost see the back of Blue Eyes, and this is the name of this white dragon now.
Cool.
You can almost see the back of Blue Eyes in the distance. Maybe they almost covered maybe 3/4 of a mile. They're sort of halfway between you and the encampment now. Go on, all roll us a perception.
Oh man.
14.
19.
17.
2.
10.
Lovely. So the 15 and aboves.
Too busy focusing driving.
The rest of them aren't sort of paying attention. Or as the wagon's going, the wagon's pretty bumpy anyway. You know, it's not a. But you suddenly feel the wagon take an extra couple of bumps. You know, kind of like that, and it goes almost like the ground was shocked underneath and vibrated up through the wagon.
Did anyone else feel that?
Yes.
No.
Right.
Yeah, I felt it.
Well, that big thing we just saw quite possibly might be burrowing underneath us. Just thought you should all know.
Good contribution.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I agree. Right, in anticipation of potential death, I will hands lay on Ander as well. I'll give you 20. Why not?
Wow.
Honestly, I appreciate the trust that I get from the players.
All that I'll say is mimics. Yep.
You're still having nightmares about that game, aren't you?
I am.
Yes, we
Me
are.
too.
Hey,
Me too.
Bob, you still got one of those pittons that you always used to carry around with you?
Oh, just have a look, mate. Hang on, give you a minute.
If you do have it,
What were you around here? How many do you want? I'll go Denerim.
just the one will be fine.
Oh, you sure? You can have two if you want.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you.
Right, there you go, mate.
Two
Yeah.
pittons. All right. That's mighty kind of you. Thank you, sir.
No, my pleasure.
The way you sort of those that aren't sort of having a chat or being distracted, you see one of the donkeys almost lean off to the side a little bit.
I'll try to steer it away.
As the wagon sort of dums again.
Cole is currently wrapping some of his rope around an arrow.
Oh, yes.
FYI.
Oh.
That's all.
And I'll kind of face palm you as well. Give you 8 points while you do that.
I can literally just imagine Bobbington every time he bumps, he kind of goes. That's amazing.
8 points.
Quick
Thank you,
question.
sir. Thank you.
Good.
I do
That-
believe.
I seen a light.
Please. Right. Quick question.
Yes.
How big is that vial of acid that Bob gave me?
It's a little vial of acid. Was it acid or was it venom?
It was acid.
Acid.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, as a weapon, you throw it and it causes acid damage.
Good to know.
No, it's not really anything else. Although, if it was given to Cole, he would be able to craft it into a
acid arrow.
acid arrow.
Here you go. Come on,
Oh,
Nick.
thanks.
Here you
Yeah,
go.
yeah, I'll take it. Thanks.
Safe to go
the
make
wagon.
one.
The wagon's getting very bumpy now. It's like
No.
the road. Yeah, I thought about it. I'm not happy. The wagon's getting really bumpy now. Like you're really getting thrown all over the place now. But when you're looking down on the road, like the actual pathway that you're walking along, nothing different.
Bit weird.
On, I'm gonna look at spells quick, or like stuff I have.
Cole's actually going to jump off the wagon, tap his heels together, and just start to fly. Float away, maybe about 20 feet above the wagon.
I'm an asshole.
Yeah, mate.
Was it fair?
Is my driving that bad?
Shouts down. If all goes well, I'll see you back at Denerim.
And at that moment, he goes,
I'll make sure to speak at your funerals.
at that
You're
moment,
with us.
Oh no, Cole. Yeah, I'll get off too as well.
it's all right. It was at that moment
Ah, damn.
you suddenly see the two donkeys just and disappear through the floor.
Oh no! Jump off.
Yep, dive off.
No, Don, Key. Why?
Those of you that are choosing to jump off, roll me acrobatics.
I want to jump off too, please. I don't want to die.
I'll follow suit.
12.
No, not the donkeys.
Wait, I need to do maths.
16.
16.
What's 19 plus 14?
12.
33, Michael.
Oh yeah, that's what I rolled on.
And
That's what I got.
33.
Cole's already flying.
I think I should be flying with that roll.
Cool. So Cole flying. What did I have? 2 16s and a 14.
Yeah.
12.
Or 12. 2
Yeah.
16s or 12.
Mm.
Well,
And a 33.
Skip it manages to jump off of the back and sort of commando rolls on the floor off to the side.
After I do that, I'm going to stand up with him.
Oh, Cole flying above the wagon, but the weight of the mules is pulling the wagon down so fast it almost tips to a vertical angle in a second and starts to drag down. The three of you all get dragged down with it.
No way.
Man,
Oh damn! Even with a 16.
Oh shit.
In doing that, and then I will use my reaction and cast Featherfall on all of us.
Fair enough.
All the people that are falling.
So as you saw, as the wagon starts to fall down, it's almost starting to turn over as all of you are almost underneath it as the wagon starts to tip. But as you cast Featherfall, the reaction of it, the wagon comes arrow straight, dropping maybe 40 feet, just the mules mutilated underneath the weight of the wagon, landing on them as you guys go and take 24 seconds to land on the floor.
Ugh.
How steep is said hole?
So giving the description to the guys that have fallen down there, as you look around, you are in a cavernous subterranean hive of tunnels. You sort of see that you're in a main tunnel, maybe 30 foot round, or maybe 40 foot round. You see that it goes off, and there's a tunnel that goes that way, tunnel that goes that way, tunnel. and each tunnel has got another tunnel. Those with dark visions, you can see they're even behind you, tunnel off of a tunnel off of a tunnel. This huge cavernous open area, so subterranean maze of tunnels.
Get us out of here! Who's still up there?
Cole and Skip It.
Go! Oh, he's buggered off. Give it!
Oh, God's
Yeah.
sake.
Get you. If I put a pitting on a bit, I put a bit of rope through the eyelet of a pitting and throw it up.
Okay, so you got a 50-foot rope and a 40-foot reach.
Yeah.
Okay, athletics.
What's my modifier? 24.
24. The pitting gets up there. Who you hoping is going to catch it?
Me.
Skip it, because I think Cole's like floating around in the air.
Cole's 20 feet up.
Cole's
Yeah.
gonna hover down to beside Skip It.
Cool.
Cheers.
Right. So Skip, Bob's thrown this up as your reactions. So just roll me a straight D20. Nothing else. Nothing more.
Who?
Skip It.
Oh.
Can Cole wrap himself around Skip It as well? So help action to anchor him.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you would have heard Bob shout, "Catch this." So
Oh right, sorry, I thought this is to catch it. Okay,
it's
never
just
mind.
catch it.
Yeah, no.
Stop wrapping
16.
yourself around. Skip it. What are you doing?
There's a plan.
Was that a 15, Mick?
16.
16. So the pitting comes up and just kind of 2 foot of rope just lands on the floor, and then starts to pull back in. Skip It takes a dive, and you know that whole, just as it goes over the edge, the catch. Skip It
Very
currently laying on the
cinematic.
floor, looking straight down 40 feet.
And I'm gonna scurry back a little bit.
Oh, you give it. You got to knock it in the ground. Good.
With,
I can see if I have any spells that will actually help me.
Hurry up.
while,
Hold on a minute.
while Skip It's checking the spells, the vibrations of the ground. Now standing on it, you guys literally feel it. Those that are in the hole, the echo is almost deafening of the.
I'm gonna hate turning on the light.
As the whole tunnel vibrates.
Give
I'm gonna
it.
I'm gonna go cast light. I'm gonna regret it.
Those that are at the top, you notice that with the vibrations, more of the floor starts to fall away and fall into the hole.
Oh dear.
Under their feet. Or
Not quite yet.
oh,
But you see that the edges start to crumble away. How far away from the edge are you standing? It was only the other reason that it was not yet is Skip It when I scurry backwards.
Well, with what weapons I have, I will use my short sword and try and stab the rope into the ground using my short sword.
Okay. Sure. I mean, short sword stabbed into the ground. I mean, it's already got a pitting on the end of it, which is a climbing apparatus for hammering into stone.
Was that what
Oh.
you did? Oh.
I don't have anything to hammer it with.
don't hurry up.
Shut up.
Do I see any?
You
Right.
go down here.
Andrew
Do I see any?
has cast light.
Yes, I have.
Okay. The mule's laying on the floor. And I mean, although completely mutilated, one of them starts to flap her head and just kind of lets out a
Weird.
in just
Uh,
pain.
Can I kill it and put it out of its misery?
If you really want to.
Yes, I don't want to see
I think it'll
living
be
creatures suffer.
fair for Key.
The vibrations in the tunnel get more fierce and louder.
Right,
Okay,
Cole, do you have anything to hammer it?
I thought you put it.
Just the end of
Hold
my
it down.
bow. I'll try hitting it with my bow. Pretty sturdy.
Ding, ding, ding. I mean, it takes a good 6 or 7. The ground is really rough and really dry. There's been no rain for ages. It's just hitting it, and you see that the ground just cracks around it.
What's going on?
It goes
Sure.
in.
We're gonna go attract the beast. I know I can't talk with the
Sorry.
looking like a firefly.
Have you killed the donkey?
Yes.
Okay, fine. I mean, it literally, you could have walked over and just flicked it on the nose, it would have died. So
Cool.
it allowed one last scream of agony.
Ended
But
suffering.
Brutal.
Trying to work out what noise, but the vibrations. Now, the three that are in the hole, your eyes, your ears, your body, your cheeks start doing this. The vibrations are just, it feels like it's right on top of you or right below you.
Give it! Give it! Hold on to it! I'm climbing up!
All right.
I'll climb.
Cole is there. Hint.
Right. Yeah,
Wrapping
well,
himself around.
neither Cole nor Skippy are proficient in pittance. So could you roll me a skill check with no proficiency bonus and with a disadvantage, please? Because you didn't even have a hammer.
They're just
Me.
holding it though, aren't they?
No, they've hammered it into the ground.
I'm trying to hammer it.
Can they not hold it as well?
We could if it starts to, look like it's going to collapse. Give it a try first.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So, wait, who's rolling what now?
So I want you put it in the ground and Cole hits it. I want you to both roll me. Just roll me 2 d20s and give me the lowest number because you've got no proficiency bonus and no skill, not even the right tool for doing it.
Put it in the
I got
ground, hit
12
it
as my
with the end
lowest
of the
number.
bow.
6. It's a pretty sturdy bow, to be fair. This is a bow sword.
I know what bow it is. I'll give it to you.
Pretty tough.
And they're just looking at it like, yeah,
It is-
that'll be all right.
It is also stabbed
Tool
with a
jam.
short sword.
What do you think, Skipper? Yeah, sure.
It's got a short sword in it, longbow hammering in the pitten,
Bob, how much do you
and
weigh?
2 people.
Oh, I weigh like 250 pounds.
What?
Yeah.
on
He's
a
heavy.
little pitten. Oh.
Heavy dwarf.
So as Bob sort of grabs hold of it, it's just he gets 7 feet off the floor, and the ones up the top you already see that the pitten's tipping and moving and starting to pull out of the ground. The ground is so dry.
All right. We'll just hold on to the rope then, and we'll just heave him up. And when he's up to the top, we'll heave the next person up one at a time.
Whilst we're heaving, I would like to pull my short sword out so I don't kill anyone while it falls.
Okay. So as you two get hold of it and you grab hold and you pull and lean, you see as the rope sits on the side of the turf, all of that turf disappears down the hole. Bob now swings and just into the side of the tunnel and drops like 3 feet. You guys are now only 2 foot away from the edge of this hole.
Sorry.
What you doing, you lunatics? And Bob goes down and I reckon you should go up. You're lighter than me. I'm just like a bleeding wrecking ball.
Throwing the fucking thing on the floor.
You sure? Don't want to leave you two down here.
Hurry up, just get up there.
Who weighs the
I'll try.
least?
I will try.
Who's got dark vision?
Yes.
We're too heavy. We're too heavy, Anna. Come on, you get yourself up there. We'll get up to stay.
I will try and attempt to climb up.
Wait,
Glistening.
Cole, you could try and use your boots for extra pull.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah.
As Ander gets hold of the rope and starts to climb, those with dark vision, as you look down directly down the tunnel, back the way you came, you see a glint. Not necessarily a picture of anything, but you see a glint in the distance. Maybe 100 feet.
Teeth.
Oh, fuck.
The
Did
vibration.
it travel quick
The vibration.
from what
is
we
down.
saw when it went above?
Oh yeah, I mean, you saw a 50-foot sort of 80-foot long worm sort of out of one hole and into another in mere seconds.
Ah,
No
Hurry
life
up.
science.
Hurry up, Cole.
Alrighty, I'll do something. And Cole wraps the rope around him and ties a knot. And he just starts hovering off the floor just to see if it gives him that extra push. And then finally he brings both his hands out and he starts eldritch blasting like crazy. Just like freaking propulsion. Ah!
So yeah, Iron Man.
Yeah. That's pretty funny.
Do you know what? I like the idea of having inspiration. I haven't given
Oh yes, yes.
Oh.
First inspiration.
Definitely worth it.
Whoop, whoop.
But as you're blasting away at the floor, all it does is create a cave in. All of the side clears, maybe 10 feet collapses into the hole. Skip it, dexterity saving throw.
Whoops.
You were standing next to him.
Yeah, true. Yeah, true. Okay. Oh, love you, dexterity. I still love you, dexterity. 27.
Awesome. So as it starts to go, you jump and grab hold of the rope that's been tied around Cole's waist.
God, Cole's got both of them.
And it's just one of these, you can see, it's like, but it's slowly but surely, it's just very slowly, but he's kind of like, you know when you feel like the handles are going to break on a shopping bag? It's like, oh, get down! No, it's just that. He's like,
Poor Cole.
Like the analogy.
and are now back on the floor, and Cole is now level. He's not going up, he's not going down, but Skip is still sort of holding onto the rope, about 6-7 feet underneath him.
Oh, I tried to go up.
Oh, go climb then. What are you doing just hanging there?
Oh.
Did anything happen when I was gone?
It was a glint. You say it, did you, Bubba, didn't they?
Use what, sorry?
Did you say glint?
Oh, yes, that.
This would have been so much easier for Desmond.
It's here. It's here.
Oh,
You hear the rumbling now getting closer with a. But now you're starting to hear different moves of noise as soil is being moved off to the side.
I say we just split up and hold our ground and hope for the best. And
wait, do I have any?
Bob runs over to the side of the wall and just like digs his shield in and curls up into a ball.
Yes.
I am going to hold out my dagger of venom ready.
Okay, well you're above ground with Cole, right?
Yes,
So
I do still know.
So Bob, so you're above. Bob has hidden himself behind his shield. He's sort of just. What's Bubberton and Ander doing?
Can I tip? What happened to the car? Is it completely smashed?
Yes, he's absolutely mutilated in the middle of the tunnel. And sort of sitting on top of two very dead donkeys.
Right. Cool. I suppose because I'm taking ages to think, I'm just standing there doing nothing. So
this is a reaction time counts.
Cool. I'm gonna go cast a web at second level, and we'll try and sling myself above ground level.
Wait.
Okay.
Doesn't somebody have that door thing?
Dimension door. It's not actually a door. It's a misnomer. But I've used all my spell slots anyway, and I can only bring one person at a time. So yeah, I know what you're thinking. Unfortunately, it's not a portal. It does sound like it should be, but it's not.
Right. And as cast web, you're going to start climbing up your own web.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Spider-Man this year.
Babatunde, you've got maybe 6 seconds to come up with something.
And he's dead.
Right.
Do
Sprint
you
other
know-
way. Sprint.
sprint where you're going to run up the tunnel away from the away from the noise.
Yeah, I reckon so.
Other Sunday turns tail, just kind of go, nope, and gone. Just starts running up the tunnel. Bob hiding behind his shield, and Andy, you managed to get about 15 feet off of the floor, sort of climbing up the wall and all of you see is just as it moves through, just this mouth of teeth, just doing that down the tunnel.
Hypothetically, if I were to cast my magic circle, but only on like the head area of this thing, would that then in theory sever it from the body?
Oh,
So
I like that.
I'd like to say yes, but no, because it has to be cast in a clear area.
Right, okay, cool.
Same as the magic hut thing. Is whenever you're creating a dome or a sphere or anything like that, it has to be cast in an area that can take it.
Sweet. So in that case, I'll just run faster.
So Bob hiding behind his shield as this giant mouth. I mean, Ander, can you roll me? I don't know what to get you to roll. Roll me a stealth roll because you're sort of halfway up this tunnel wall.
14.
Okay. Awesome. As the worm gets up to the wagon, it sort of flips the wagon over, and you see the head just sort of move to the side, checking what's underneath. And in one gulp, both mules just swallowed in one.
Was there any chewing action?
No,
Good.
no, literally just in. Mouth opens, closed.
It's Pac-Man.
No, that was the
wasn't
frogs.
going,
Yes.
"Wow, wow, 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 wow."
That was the frogs, and then we had to fight Pac-Man and Bowser.
As the worm continues moving down the tunnel, Bob, where did you sort of put yourself? Did you put yourself just at the bottom of the tunnel behind the shield?
So like, yeah, just like nestled in a corner somewhere.
Roll me a stealth.
You
are standing still, not trying to move, so you ain't gonna worry about disadvantages if you've got any. I don't think
Nope.
you have.
No,
You're
I'm
okay.
3.
Oh dear.
Doing so well.
It's gonna happen, isn't it? Because I definitely didn't roll a 3. The worm sort of gets up, and you can feel its breath, like it's radiating around your shield, and it's almost too much temptation to not like peek over the shield and have a look, but you're keeping yourself down. The mouth directly over your head with a.
As I'm there, Bob's there, he's like, "Shield of faith, shield of faith."
When you cast Shield of Faith, what is it like? What does it look like? What happens?
A brilliant light beams down from the heavens, and yeah,
It's cool. Well,
turn into like a bob-shaped star.
I mean,
Oh, my eyes!
I just want to point out, Anders already a ball of light because he cast light and didn't uncast it when the worm started coming. So Anders sort of halfway up the wall with his stick with light beaming off of it.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
DM.
Wait, is that concentration?
What light? No, lasts an hour.
Sorry to detour the current thinking. Roughly where I would be at this point, are there any kind of sub tunnels going in other directions?
Yes, there. I mean, there are loads of tunnels going directly ahead. There were 3 tunnels, left, right, and forward, straight forward.
Right. So, in an attempt to save them, can I use my thaumaturgy and make a sound so that it originates down one of these subtunnels?
You could. Thaumaturgy doesn't have much of a range on it, but you could.
Yeah, it's like 30 feet. Yeah. So how far do you reckon I've ran away?
So I mean, this has been like 18 seconds have passed.
Mm.
So what's your movement?
30,
So 90 feet.
90 feet. Damn, it's quite far. Actually, no, that's all right. So I'll just make a sound that's 30 feet away from me going down a different tunnel. Because in
Okay.
theory, it should follow it.
What's that?
Except for the two brilliant balls of light that are directly in front of it.
I'll make the Three Stooges sound. Whoop, 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 'cause it still thinks it's me. Whoop. Knucklehead. Yeah, all those various sound bites.
Used to love the Three Stooges. Okay, and okay. As it's sort of breathing over the top of Bob and pretty much directly looking at this ball of light hanging on this lovely web, just like a dragonborn shaped pinata. Not the smartest creature in the world. You suddenly, the head moves and looks down the tunnel. And pretty quick, these are not slow creatures. You suddenly starts marching down. But because of the shape of the tunnel and how wide this worm is, Bob and Ander both get crushed up against the side of the tunnel into the soil. And not 100% sure what's going to happen. Yeah, let's have a look.
Am I allowed to do something now?
At any point, you can intervene.
Okay. I cast Spider Climb, and from that hole, I would like to climb down and stay on the roof, still holding my venom dagger.
Okay, that is fine. You can do that. But Bob and Ander are both going to take 9 points of bludgeoning damage from being crushed up against the wall as the worm moves through. The worm is moving pretty quick, but Skippy, you're currently directly above it. Maybe there's probably only 3 foot between your head and the top of the worm.
Cool. Because I'm standing upside down, from what I can say, with my dagger, using a gland, not a gland, using its charge.
Mm-hmm.
And as it goes
I was
past,
going to say, haven't you already used its charge for today in the fight at the pond?
did I use it? I didn't use my venom dagger in the pond, did I? Oh yeah, wait, was that the crotch shot? Okay. Well,
Venom
whilst I'm there,
is unnecessary.
I'm gonna pull out the gland and put it in and get 1 charge.
Okay,
Oh,
you're going to get enough. You're going to get enough to hit his tail.
Oh,
The amount of time it takes you to do that.
okay.
The
Never
one-
mind. I will just hold it up without using any charge then.
Okay, so you're still going to attack it.
Yes.
Go on and roll me an attack roll.
Don't even know. I think it's a +10 with my thing. Yeah. So I can't. My brain doesn't work. 20.
20 hits.
Cool.
And you are hidden.
And I am hidden.
Mm-hmm.
Notice you.
Oh my gosh! Sneak attack. All right. So we roll. Can I? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. What's that? 3.
I mean, the actual thing is you don't have to be hidden. You have to have advantage on the attack. But for this, I'll let you have it because it has no idea that you're there. Distracted by the thaumaturgy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, so we have a 3 plus 5, so we have 8. Roll these. They were horrific. Where were we? 8. 10. 20. 28.
28 points of damage.
Yep.
Oh.
And it also, where I am, it also stabs quite a lot far down as it's moving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Babatunde being directly in front of this now, sort of standing in one of the off tunnels. The screech that comes out of the mouth just echoes down the tunnel, just almost deafening. Doesn't make myself cough. Almost deafening. As the worm speeds up and heads off down the tunnel to the right where you sent the thaumaturgy. The worm now clear of the tunnel, but leaving behind a slippery, silky type of residue.
Does anyone have any empty bottles?
No.
Why?
Pick up some of the residue?
I've probably got an empty vial. And I'll give him one. I'll give him the vials I've got.
Okay. Skip it currently standing upside down, just kind of what?
No, I'm embedded into the wall.
Obviously, when you got dragged along the wall and squashed up against it, the webbing that you already had there would have broken and you would have dropped to the floor.
Yeah.
I will walk down the wall, and I'll walk along the wall to pick up the vial, and I will cast. I think is Mage Hand a cantrip?
Yes.
Yeah, I would like to cast Mage Hand to pick up some of the ooze and put it in the vial.
Fair enough.
Since I do not want my hand getting mucky.
Babatunde has now witnessed the full size and length of this worm as it scurried past him and went down one of the other tunnels, estimating it to be approximately 100 feet long.
Right, yeah, I'll sprint back to the gang. Sans Cole, and tell them all that. This big boy, we need to hurry up and get out.
It
Slime
might go.
collecting.
It might go attack the village, or even worse, our encampment.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. We better warn him. We deal with it here and now. As Bob peels himself out the wall.
The vibrations start again.
I would like to go back on the roof, please. And I will use
How long does spider climb last?
I
Should
think
be
it's
an
an
hour. I
hour.
think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm checking now. Hold on. Yeah, it's
Should
an
be.
hour.
Oh, so someone else can get on Cole's rope.
Cole, you're on the you're still up the top. Are you still flying or have you landed yet?
I was kind of hovering. Yeah. Don't think I'll be
Okay,
touching the ground
If
anytime
you're
soon.
still hovering, that's fine. You notice when the vibrations start to hit the top of the tunnel, leading almost 100 feet in front of you, and maybe even 100 feet behind as well, just all starts to cave in. You could what was a tunnel originally has now started to show as a crevice, maybe 200 feet, maybe 200 feet long.
So would that, in theory, of encompass where Blue Eyes was walking?
So Blue Eyes is a mile ahead of you.
Oh, okay, sweet, that's fine then. Cool. It's fair, she ain't helped yet, but obviously she hasn't noticed.
Right, Anna, what do you reckon? We deal with it now, or we go back to camp and we warn the others?
Deal with it now. Oh,
I'm
no,
just
I can't say that.
thinking- I'm just thinking that we go back, we got no army against it.
And then half of that army dies.
Or it could
Oh,
be.
I don't know.
Or
All
it
I
could,
know is that I'm on the roof.
or the only thing is he's quite fast, so he'd probably outrun us. So we'll probably have, I don't know. As a commander, you know, I reckon it's your decision.
How are we going to get? Well, how are we going to get out of here? We'll waste more time trying to get out and actually follow the trail thanks to Skip here.
Right, you all then? Let's just get going then.
Of course.
So you following the trail in the tunnel?
Yeah, we're following the butt blood.
There was no butt blood. It was worm residue.
Worm juice.
He got stabbed up the backside by
It did,
Skip.
but it didn't leave much of a. It didn't leave much of a trail of blood, but it did leave a trail of. Let's call it mucus.
It's mucus.
It
It's
is
not
mucus.
slime.
But so as you start walking up, you get to where Babatunde was, and the worm went up the right, but you still have straight and left. Where's Cole? Is he still up the top, or is he coming down into the hole?
Yeah, he's still up at the top at the moment, but I guess he could be more sociable. So yeah, he'll float down
He's
cautiously.
wondering whether it's a
We
good
might
idea
need
or
your
not.
we might need your help, girl.
He'll float down cautiously though. Hey everyone, how's it going?
You kill it yet?
I feel like roadkill.
Well, that's unfortunate for you, but everything looks fine now. So yeah, I guess I'll hang out with you again.
Oh, you're not gonna like it again, I'll follow it.
Right.
Can't try and get rid of it.
So straight on or left? Or right. I mean, you can follow it if you really want to.
Follow the mucus.
Follow the mucus.
Try and get rid of it just in case it attacks the camp.
How far down can I see that the straight goes?
You can see 60 feet if you've got dark vision.
Okay.
And can I stay down here and see if it comes back?
We're gonna follow with. Or you mean
I want to go
You-
straight on.
I think he's onto something. I think we're better off because it's quite fast if we lure it and lure it into a position and then we jump it, we surprise it, and I've got these 4 bombs which can do a bit of damage and that.
I appreciate the thought.
So I'm being bait. No.
Well, I didn't say that, but well volunteered, lad. Well volunteered.
No, it's fine. Yep. Happens to me every day. Okay.
Yes, you might
Well-
get slightly
well-
digested. But
Whilst I'm walking upside down, I would like to hold my venom gland upside down so that it doesn't spill and put my dagger in it and recharge it.
Fair enough. So your venom gland has got 4 charges left, and it's the first charge you've used, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Cool.
It now has 4 charges. I'm editing it in my notes.
Yeah, you're gonna. He's got a first for blows. Yeah, 8 donkeys. We're gonna raise his own. And you're gonna have to cut yourself. Lure it with the smell of blood.
yeah, 80?
I'm
Vibration.
not cutting myself anymore because all I've got is a short
No,
sword
you
and
gotta
a
cut
venom sword
yourself.
dagger.
Look.
Straight or left? You haven't answered me yet.
You'll be. Hey, you're the bait, right? So gut yourself. Just a little gut. Just lure it back here.
Straight or left? I'll ask again.
Oh, it's gone left.
No, it went right.
It went right. So let's go. Let's go straight.
Just straight.
Try lure it.
Ah,
Well, where do you want to go?
no, I
Mr.
thought you guys were going to go up. That's why I said I'll stay down here as bait, and I can use telepathy so that you guys can see above, I can see below. And if it appears, I can use telepathy and tell you guys it's down here.
But then they wouldn't be able to get it because they'll be above it. There's only a
Yeah.
200-foot gap above the ground. The rest of it will be underground.
I'm so confused.
It's,
Yeah,
Right.
same.
it's
Well,
a,
I got myself.
you're in a tunnel.
Yes,
You know how a worm digs underground?
yes,
Right. You're telling them to go above the ground
yes.
so they won't be able to see it.
Look, mate.
I said I'm using telepathy.
To
So
tell-
if the worm goes above ground, they
Ah,
can see it. And when it goes under, I can see it. And if I see it, I will use telepathy because it seems to travel more underground than it does overground.
That's a good idea, but we can't get out.
must be a womble.
I mean, Cole can get out.
I thought Infidel
Why doesn't Cole try and pull one of the lighter ones? Then somebody throw their rope down.
I could just carry you out one at a time.
So
But,
the magic boots are designed to carry one person. They have a maximum weight load of 240 pounds,
Ooh, okay.
which is why when you were holding, you were only holding, you weren't flying.
All right. Seems fair.
Shall we press on and try catch us a worm?
I love the idea of this. Catch a worm. So you start walking up, you start walking straight up the tunnel. This is what I managed to get out of this conversation.
Yes.
Trying to lure it. I thought we were.
No,
having
let's
a-
go left.
I thought we were. Thought we had the plan to lure it. I thought that we were going to do that. I don't know. Like, I thought that was a good plan.
It is a good plan, don't get me wrong. But if we follow the slime trail, we're always going to be behind it.
Yeah, but it's vast. Don't know where it's going.
Yeah, but we don't know if it might come back because it did before.
We don't know all these routes.
Well,
these
look,
tunnels.
it might come back. But if we lure it, then it probably will come back, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Well, it is up to you, really. I mean, you are the almighty Lord Commander, and,
Is it just me or does that sound proper sarcastic when he said it?
He's still butthurt that he made a contract.
Contracts
That's
are valid, by the way. The
Who has that now?
No, it got destroyed.
That's what you think.
Oh, no.
so
Who?
you start making your way up the center tunnel. The vibrations again so loud, but coming from one side. So as you face forward, the left-hand side of the tunnel heavily vibrating, rocks starting to drop and fall and move and disperse from the side of the tunnel.
Throw a bomb down there.
Don't waste your bombs.
Throw a bomb where? What, in front of you?
Down the tunnel where it's all like loose and that.
Well, so you're walking. So imagine you've got a 3-pronged tunnel, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You walk down the one.
Which is
The wall-
vibrating and that. Oh, right.
The wall on the left is vibrating.
Oh,
So
right.
on the
Okay.
left-hand side, it's probably coming out.
Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be I thought it was another tunnel. Yeah,
No, not
cool.
the other tunnel. Just the tunnel you're in.
Yeah.
The left-hand side of the wall is
Vibrating.
moving.
Cool.
I would like to walk to the right-hand side of the wall, upside down.
Fine. You walk to the other side and you're upside down.
Take cover in
No,
a
no,
ball.
I just
As you continue to push forward, because you haven't told me you can do anything else yet. As you continue to push forward, you hear directly behind you that same as you did coming from the tunnel before.
So I will cast light again because it's been longer than an hour. I'm going to try and find a glint, as I got told by Bob and Babatunde.
Nothing visible yet.
It's been longer than an hour.
Yes.
Oh.
bloody hell.
I could just imagine Skippy being dumb enough, going, I can't tell time. Ah!
That is what's happened then, because it only lasts
Is
an
it?
hour.
So you're gonna take 4d6 full damage.
40.
1d6 per 10 foot.
I did say I was on the right hand side, so I might try and slide down the side.
All
Please.
right then.
It just that doesn't taste very nice, does it?
What, the mud?
Yeah. Keep it up my nose.
At least you got.
Shallow echo from the tunnel behind.
Ah!
Do I see a glint when I hear it?
Not yet.
I really want to shoot it.
Who's got dark vision?
Me. Oh wait, let me check. I'm not
Yes.
sure.
Cool.
I'm the only one who don't have dark vision.
Wait, I need to check.
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't. Where would it be? Would it be racial or will
Bottom,
it?
yeah, it'd be bottom left-hand corner on your proficiencies and all that kind of stuff, or it'd be in your feet, your
Features and
racial,
traits.
racial.
I can't see.
Awesome.
I
So I
don't
got
know.
light.
Three with the three with dark vision. Looking directly ahead in the tunnel, your 60 feet gives you a dim view. You can see slightly beyond that, though. You can almost pick up that there's a blue shimmer, a very light or a very shaded light at the end of the tunnel.
Ooh.
What, behind us or in front of us?
In front of you.
Okay.
Oh, is that more of that lithium or lithium?
Lithium.
Oh.
It
Lyrium.
might be.
Tiberian, I believe. it was.
Tiberium, yeah.
Adamantium, I believe.
Yeah, one of the
Mithril.
one of the five. Yeah. Just keep going.
Yeah, let's go for it. Let's go get some.
Yeah, maybe a bit quicker now, just to.
Yeah.
The excitement of seeing a light at the end of the tunnel, you sort of speed forward hurriedly. And as you sort of get there, it opens up into a huge, maybe 70, 80 feet wide cavernous area, but tunnels going off in every direction.
Is it just like open? There's nothing in there.
No, it's just you can see where the worm has shaped its way around in there. There are certain curves, certain cuts. Each stalagmite sort of up and down, holding like pillars. See where the worm made its way in and out of them.
The worm is quite an architect.
It's impressive. Is there anywhere that I could possibly take cover from these multiple tunnels? Like maybe in the middle somewhere? Is there like a rock in the middle that I can run around?
The center of the thing is completely open. There's nothing there whatsoever.
I'm gonna go in the middle.
There are a selection of stalactites, mites, pillars that have been left. There are two that sort of give you cover from any hole, really.
All right then. I will go near one of them and cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Lovely. All right, let's just grab the 5 intrepid adventurers off the shelf.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Is there anything else that you want to do in this tunnel?
I'll try find a if I can speak English, an advantageous point so I can see all points of of the tunnels to see
Okay, I
which
mean,
one will come out.
If you stand directly in the middle, you can see all the tunnels.
No, I'll go do that then.
I'd like to take a short rest.
Have a micro rest.
Skip it. What are you doing?
Yeah, is that what you do? Scream?
Yes,
Probably.
I don't blame him.
I will
Oh,
scream.
definitely.
I just want everybody give me a position. I'll tell you what I'll do. I will share the map so you can see.
How effed you are.
Boom.
Oh,
Run
Oh,
back
it's
down the tunnel.
big.
Oh, I remember these.
Yeah.
Ah,
wait,
memories.
I'm on the top. Oh, cheers.
Yeah,
No,
cool.
you can't be on the top because that's the roof.
Wait, where's Bob?
I
Oh,
was
yeah.
up there then.
So because I put you there, I was feeling funny. So as you can see, there is no tunnel off to the right hand side where Bob is, but there is a tunnel directly in front. There is one off to the side. There is one behind where Babatunde and Cole are currently standing.
Hmm.
The one that you came up. So tell me where you are, what you want to do, whether there's any. You said that you wanted to lure it, or you got bombs. If you want to set a trap, is there anything like that you fancy doing?
Oh.
Already in action for when I do see it, wherever tunnel he is in, I want to go use my power staff to use fireball.
Fireball.
Yeah, fireball.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing?
I think. Right, I reckon we should just scream as loud as we can. Get in position and scream. Lure it to it, and then we'll do it in. No way. That's a good
I would
idea,
like
that, Bob.
to-
Yeah.
In the top left,
Thank you,
there
sir.
does appear to be a
I gathered that's what you read. Right.
How do you do that? Because wait, Cole, can you tell me how to do that so I can do it, please?
Oh, it's just
tell me. You've got words.
Can I go to top left of map, please?
That was a sarcastic, please.
Thank you.
Yes, I heard the sass.
Yeah, I'm used to it. I know who the worm's going to eat first.
At the top view options annotate for future F.
Where you
Yeah.
going, Babatunde? Are you going to stand exactly where you are? Or do you fancy being placed anywhere?
Yeah, again, sort of panic of earlier. I just kind of don't make a decision and stay put.
Fair enough.
Still thinking. Can I actually run in the middle with Ander?
With
Just
your short face.
stand next to Ander.
Fair enough.
He's a
Because
bit
the closer you
vulnerable
are,
there.
the closer you are, the further you are away from fireball. No worries. So the as you all sort of start trying to find yourself a hiding place and get yourself around, and sort of the vibrations are loud, echoing through this cavern. You sort of see stalactites from the ceiling. You see them sort of shake and move. A couple of them sort of drop, but off in the distance. Can't quite tell what tunnel it's coming from yet.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, not cool, but cool.
Light a torch and just throw it on the floor so we've got light.
Fair enough. The area is fairly light itself. That blue glisten. This whole room is completely and utterly filled with lyrium dust.
Oh, okay. That's what the blue glow was. Cool.
The walls are just glistening. I light blue.
It's gonna be fun.
I say we all shout all at once. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Come get your bugger. Oh, go.
I'd like to use thaumaturgy to amplify the noise.
Fair enough.
Nice.
And
What
I will
does the
use
noise
mine to
sound like,
amplify
Cole?
that amplifier.
Thaumaturgy, the thaumaturgy.
And what does the noise sound like that you're amplifying?
Just everything that's been said, all this shouting, all the ruckus from all of us. It's just like a stadium now, like a football stadium going off.
It outrumbles the rumble.
The worm's a wanker.
The declaration of war.
You hear it come from,
Worm does what he wants.
coming from down one of the tunnels. You just hear a keep doing that, and the wind just sort of pushes out. You're listening to a and that's where we're going to have our break.
Oh,
Empty inside.
So, as the roar comes whistling down the tunnel, and much to your disappointment,
Oh man,
That's small.
hey, bloody neck.
That's beautiful.
let's just put it in the middle just to give you some sort of size. There you
Really want to ride it.
go.
That's
Dune
what I was.
style.
Yeah, when you. Yeah. That's
Does anybody have the fine
the pitting
steed?
and the rope. Yeah.
Desert power.
So yes, the worm comes out. The worm comes out of the. Ooh, trying to work out what it is now. The Western Tunnel. There you go. Not that you would know that because you're underground.
Orientated.
And for the fun of it, let's roll for initiative.
Oh,
Oh god, I get.
I got a surprise attack, don't I?
You do. Take that now.
Shit.
So
Are you
can you give
kidding
me
me?
a deck saving throw, please?
Oh man, that was a 20 for
What for the deck
Oh.
save?
yeah.
Call you're taking full damage with this. 10d6 fire damage. Take 34 points of fire damage.
I will.
Thank you.
And as you cast Fireball, all of the stalactites in the entire area rock and shake and drop. Can you all roll me dexterity saving throws, please?
Oh
Ooh.
god.
well, I'm keeping my initiative. 'cause it's really good.
Yeah, keep your initiative, but roll me the dex saving throw.
All right, I rolled the exact same thing. I would have got my initiative. I got 24 on my dex throw.
Yeah, that's all right. Cool. So you only take half.
20 deck saving.
Only takes half.
At 20.
Only takes half.
11.
Takes all of it.
Nat
Ow!
one.
What was Bob's?
Nat one.
Yeah, go Bob. Well, that's all right. So they only Bob and Babatunde take all of it. So Bob and Babatunde take 12 piercing damage as you get slapped and smacked around by falling stalactites. The rest of you take 6.
Oh
Alright.
god.
Oh, don't know.
And now we'll do the initiative 20 and above.
Me,
21?
24.
22.
I think it's 21. Hang on.
Nice.
Yeah, 21.
Skip it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Bob. 15 to 20. 10 to 15.
11.
Babatunde, do you have like minus initiative?
No,
And Babatunde, what was your score?
8.
Awesome.
Very nice.
What's your initiative bonus?
0.
Ah, okay. I rolled a nat 20 on my initiative, so I'm not very happy.
Well, you're not first, so
I'm not.
no, you're not.
Oh no!
What did that roll? Bloody 600.
Well, it, if I was to say that its initiative due to its speed is +9,
Dang.
Okay.
Oh wow.
and I rolled a 19, so 20.
Oh, okay.
Dang.
Ah,
Oh god.
So, using part of its 50 feet movement,
oh.
it's going to make its way into the middle of the book.
And it doesn't know I'm there.
Remember, it's not you haven't just got to be hidden, you've got to have advantage on the attack.
Which you'll probably have if he still survives.
Yeah.
He is facing the opposite way. So I think that
Oh.
should give me advantage.
As much as I'm dreading to do this to you guys.
No, you're not. Do not lie.
Oh, is this death row?
Oh shit. I was
Everyone
looking at
dies.
I was looking at my character sheet and I went back and it was right in front of him. Me and Adam.
The first bite attack is going to be made at the man who decided to blast it with fire.
Come on, you pansy.
And that will be a 32 to hit.
Reaction.
Yes, that hits.
Interject the shield. Reroll. Probably gonna hit.
That will be a 21 to hit.
That still hits.
Oh, God.
Damn, that was still good slice down of the
Ugh.
roll there.
Yeah. Shame though.
First bite, that will be, you're not going to like this,
Come on.
18. 27 points of piercing damage.
Oh,
There we go.
27.
Yes. Yes, we're all
Dang.
gonna die.
Did
Yes.
look like it, yeah.
And can you make a dexterity saving throw, please?
And dex save.
Yes.
I'm assuming Anders out of 10 feet range from me.
Yes.
Cool.
16.
That's a fail. You are swallowed whole.
No
What?
way. That is
Wow.
crazy.
Nice.
You are swallowed whole. Whilst being swallowed by the creature, you are blinded and restrained. And it has total cover from all attacks that you make from inside. So
What?
basically,
So you can't attack it from inside?
he can attack it. You are restrained and blinded, so you are at disadvantage on any attack you use from
I
inside.
thought you said it had total cover.
It does have total cover.
Does that mean that means like you just can't hit him then?
Yeah, basically.
He can't do anything. Bye,
But
Ada.
he can try and escape. It's fine. So Andrew has been lovingly swallowed. Now, while Andrew has been swallowed, it's going to take its second attack on Bob.
Shit.
I haven't used anything this big for ages, and that is a really shit roll. That is only 18 to hit.
Miss. Ah, bugger off.
And that will be the end of the worm's turn. So skip it. You're up.
Do I get advantage because it's like facing the other way and it's
It's engaged. It's got me. You get it because it's.
Within 5 feet.
Oh yeah, sorry, metagaming.
Oh.
Yes, you've got advantage because it's engaged in combat.
screw you? Well, not
Mm.
like that, because mini crossbow, but still, you get the point.
Mhm.
Gonna shoot him a crossbow with sneak attack.
It's nice that I'm finally using something that one attack scares the crap out of you guys. It's nice.
Yeah.
That's a 9. 9 plus 9, 18 to hit.
That is oh no, that is its AC.
Oh, 18. Good to know. Good to know.
That's good to know.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8d6 plus 4. Roll. Okay, just check I didn't lose any. Right. Count it in turns. I can't count.
Oh, you're supposed to be good at maths.
Shush. 24, 7, 8. 28 plus 4. 32 damage.
Very nice.
And bonus action. Gonna hide again.
I'm gonna hide.
Yeah, just because it might like react to the fact that I've just shot it. So if I'm hidden again, it won't be able to see me after I've already
Well,
shot
then,
it.
roll your hide.
I love stealth. 17 plus 14.
You tuck yourself in against the wall there.
Thanks.
The fact that you can barely see him on the map anyway.
Yeah, it is true.
Okay, Cole, you're up. Bob, you're next.
So I'm gonna pop the bow just through
Oh,
that little.
What did you? Sorry, 32 points of damage. Hold on. Con saving through the 21. Oh. Oh, yeah, good. Carry on.
Okay, so yeah,
Anger remains inside its stomach.
Gonna pop the bow, and oh, that's a good. Oh, that'll hit actually. Yes, that's a 19 to hit.
Yep.
Oh no, that's more than 19 to hit. That's with my modifier, which is loads, but yeah, that'll hit. Cool.
Yes.
And I'm gonna hit him. Assume it's him. With one of my trick arrows, polymorph arrow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Nice. To whatever he wants to be.
Yeah. But that's not my decision, is it? It's what the worm is thinking.
It is what the worm is thinking. This could be interesting.
Just what? Just how big can it get, really?
Well,
well, it can become 2.
what,
I've always wanted to be a
what
tumour.
would a worm dream of becoming?
Yeah. That's
A
an
beautiful butterfly.
Yeah.
I haven't got a big
Uh,
butterfly, unfortunately.
It wants to be loved, surely.
So you're going to hit it with a polymorph arrow,
It
yeah?
wants to be worm food.
He has to
A
make
giant apple.
has to make a save, doesn't it?
I believe it's a wisdom saving throw on the traditional polymorph spell.
Yeah, because that's the way we were doing it. Yeah.
Okay.
Go on, roll to see if it hits first.
Yeah, it did hit. It was a 19 to hit.
Oh, right, okay. Wisdom saving throw. It failed the wisdom saving throw. But what would a giant worm turn into? What would a giant worm turn into? My God.
Wahaha.
What would a
Feel kind
giant-
of bad for
what would a
destroying
giant
this cool
worm-
creature.
what would a giant worm-
My thing is, I'm still inside it.
Yeah. If it shrinks to something tiny, surely you'll just explode out of it.
What would a giant
I don't know.
I'm still
But
confused.
I
What a
turn-
giant worm would turn into.
A female worm. Or a male worm.
I like the apple idea, actually. I thought that was
Apple? You got an apple?
Yes.
I think we got
Quick, go
one
to the
in-
kitchen.
I think we got one in the fridge.
Come on now, get it.
No, it's fine. I've got something.
All that time spent painting the model.
He's just getting Tiamat down.
Yeah.
I thought about it, but it won't fit on the map. Got my green screen back now. There we go. So, still inside its mouth.
Please be a goat.
Oh,
I was
come
thinking
on!
about a red dragon. It was thinking about a
Yes.
red dragon. Oh well, I'm fucked.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, so that's what worms think of.
No, if you were a worm with no legs, no anything, you live underground, what would you dream of doing? You'd dream of flying above the clouds, wouldn't you?
Interesting. Surely just like seagulls do that as well.
Yeah.
But if you were a giant worm, would you dream of being a seagull?
No, I
Yes.
suppose not. There we go. Oh man. Cool.
I'd love to be a seagull.
Cool.
Stealing people's chips on the beach.
Eat lots of chips.
Yeah, you have free food,
It's a
free
good
view,
life.
get taken away by the wind.
Mm.
It's a good life.
But
Well, that
yeah.
was
So,
good use of that.
although it's a giant dragon now underground that can't fly because
Yeah.
freaking ceiling,
Yeah.
it's still all of its stats are still worm.
Cool. Okay. Just having a bit of fun then.
Hmm.
Alrighty.
I wonder what's
Loads of fun.
happening for Adder inside. I wonder what he's thinking.
You can imagine as the neck shrinks, he kind of goes, loads of them.
Well, alrighty. In my next, I'll just do a regular arrow to follow up. So we'll do. That's a nat 1. Oop. So I won't do anything with that. And then I'll just use rally on Bob, which is I know my spells. I don't
Is
know my
it?
spells.
Valet.
It is a D7, and I forget. I think it's a +4. Yeah, double check it. Sorry, need that. Oh, it's plus the charisma modifier. Okay, cool. Which is
Yeah. So just to point out, when you use polymorph, it will have to turn into a beast of the same challenge rating.
Oh,
okay.
right. Yeah.
Fair enough. I was thinking more like World of Warcraft, polymorph it into a sheep type thing. But
No,
apparently no.
it has to turn into a creature with the same challenge rating. So although an adult red dragon is slightly higher, I'm still using all the stats for the worm.
Cool. And that was a 10 temporary HP on Bob. With the rally.
10 temp HP. Thanks
Yep.
very much.
And that's me. I'm done.
Oh, it assumes the hit points of the new target as well.
Oh.
Interesting. I have to change the page.
Oh, God.
At least that's thrown the DM a little bit, though. We've got that advantage. The meta
Yeah, I was really
advantage.
looking forward to using the worm. First time I've used it.
Destroyed your plans.
Bob, you're up and you're on deck.
Yeah. Shove a grenade in its mouth.
You can certainly throw a grenade in its roaring jaws.
Hit and
So-
oh.
Light it.
Yeah, very Looney Tune it.
Oh no, that's all right. It has assumed the form of an adult red dragon,
Oh, no, I won't do that.
and all of its stuff as well.
Yeah. I'll,
What?
It's got loads of gold around its feet as well.
Just the model.
Disengage and run behind those stalag things, whatever they are.
No, I can't reach faster bloody wings. Yeah, thanks.
And as a bonus action, Bob mutters some words and a rune on his armor glows green, giving him the benefits of the hill rune. And fuck. Yeah, I'm going to stay there.
Okay. Ander. As interested as this is, you're currently inside, restrained, and the creature is a total cover. But due to the change in shape, you can make a saving throw. And I will tell you what the saving throw is in a second. Yeah, carry on. Give me another dexterity saving throw.
Do I get it with advantage?
No, just basic saving throw. Effectively, you've got less room. So
Okay. I got a 16.
that is still a fail. You remain in the worm's gullet or the dragon's gullet.
Am I allowed to do something now?
You can try anything, mate.
I'm gonna go use my breath weapon inside.
Interesting. Okay.
So that would normally be deck saving throw. But
Well, I'm not going to be able to. I'm not going to be able to get out of the way of it. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
no, I'll let you use it. It's fine.
Cool. So that is 46 of acid damage. "17 points of acid damage."
Cool. Just to reaffirm what I was trying to say, the creature inside has got total cover,
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
not the creature on the outside.
Yeah.
But as you failed the dexterity and you stayed inside, you are going to take 12 points of acid damage
Oh,
Halved. Because I am.
because you're a black. Yep, it's cool.
So how?
I'm just checking that I rolled the right amount of dice, which I did not. So take all of that because I should have rolled 66. I only rolled 3.
So that was 6 damage.
So take 12 because I should have rolled 60.
No.
I should have rolled 66,
Um,
not 3d6. 66 acid damage. Man, that one was ridiculous. I was really looking forward to using that one.
oh, you're still using it because it's got a new form, and then you still had to go fight the bloody worm afterwards.
I love your happiness of it, Andrew. It's lovely.
I'm inside. Why would I be happy?
I just used the wrong bit of paper. Okay, that was Ander. Baba Tunde, you're up, mate.
Okay. Can I move? So let's imagine that Bob, Cole, and wherever Ander is inside the dragon form like a triangle, like a hypothetical triangle. Can I stand in the middle of said triangle?
Yeah.
So I'll move to precisely where I'm equidistant to all three. And would that put me within 30 feet of all of them? Just barely, just barely, just barely. Cool. All right, then I'm going to use Bless. And yeah, so that will give everyone an extra D4.
Is it, okay, I'm gonna be a mean DM now.
Oh.
I'm gonna be a mean DM.
Right.
You can see Cole and you can see Bob,
Hmm.
but you can't see Ander.
Does it say I have to see them?
And I do believe the spell says any creature you can see.
In my description, it says you bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within range. It doesn't say about seeing them.
There's 3 creatures within range whenever the target takes a turn. Okay, cool. No, carry on.
Yes.
Carry on.
Technicality. Okay. So in that case, everyone gets an extra D4 whenever they roll an attack roll or a saving throw roll.
Cool.
Me included.
Nice.
And that is no, it's only for the 3.
Okay.
Skipper, you could just barely see over the top of the wing of the dragon. Over the back of the cabin.
I've got an idea for it.
And then, so that is action and bonus actions I can use. Yeah, I will then. Can't use that. Can't use all those things either. Right, cool. I'll then, after doing that, just step back to where I was. If that is, or as far as I can, back to where I was. Considering I have 30 feet movement, I just want to stay away from them.
So 15 in, 15 out.
Cool, thank you.
Marvelous.
Here you go, my friends. May Andraste be with your dying bodies.
That will bring it back to my go. And oh my god.
Oh dear.
And now I'm going to be doing red dragon attacks. So
Gang.
red
Oh,
dragon
God.
can use frightful presence.
The last time I was against I think last time it was Jeff that was completely incinerated. It was the last time we faced the red dragon.
He did.
Damn.
Actually, no, you did fight an ancient red dragon an adult red dragon very, very early on in this campaign
Oh,
at New Haven
oh,
on the hillside.
Yes, we did.
But that was
Mm.
a massively dialed down red dragon.
Hmm.
This is going to be a full power dragon.
Oh God.
The pussy old bluff.
No,
Can
do not.
Can everybody within 120 feet of the dragon, so that's all of you that are on the table, barring Ander, because Ander can't freaking see that it's a dragon, he's still inside it. Could you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
With a +4.
You got your +4 to use as well, yes.
Okay.
Oh,
I don't
brilliant.
I'm dead.
Is it +1d4 or is it +4?
1d4.
+2/4, yeah.
Is this still me as well?
Yeah, it's still you within 120 feet of the dragon, so you're well within
Wait.
120 feet.
Okay, what check was it?
Wisdom.
Wisdom, right, okay. Jeez. Not check, saving throw.
Yep.
21.
Nice.
16.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, mate.
No, after you.
16.
Okay.
28.
Wow.
2.
Oh.
Skip it and Bob,
No.
you are both now frightened.
Ah, shit.
Am I not frightened anyway?
No, because now a little bit of weed comes out.
Oh, no, a little bit of poo.
And while you're frightened, you have disadvantage on all ability checks and attack rolls.
Screw you.
When do we get to do the wisdom save again? Is it at the end or at the beginning of our turn?
So this isn't a spell. This isn't anything. This lasts for 1 minute. This is frightful presence.
Oh,
So you are terrified of the fact that you are within 120 feet of a red dragon.
so we can't make a save to get out of it.
No, you are frightened.
Oh, okay.
You cannot go closer to the dragon. You are from the point that you are at, you are unwilling to go any closer to it, and any attack that you make from distance is a disadvantage.
Are you kidding?
No.
I'm so far away.
And you can't move any closer. That's your spot for the whole fight.
Oh man.
Yeah, it can use its frightful presence and then make 3 attacks. So, attack number 1 on Babatunde. What is claw attack? Plus 14. 23 to hit.
Yes, hits.
Reaction. Runic shield.
It's a re-roll, right?
Yeah.
How close do you need to be?
60 feet.
Yeah, okay. You got that. That is a 29 to hit.
Yes.
Second claw attack is only a 19 to hit.
Misses. Huh, bitch. Let's
So
see.
we'll do the damage for the first claw attack.
Oh, wait.
Why are you trying to egg on a giant dragon?
That is 15 points of slashing damage.
Because all bullies are cowards inside. 15. Cool.
And then it's going to use its third attack for a nice bite, which will be a 24 to hit.
That hits.
And that will be 19 points of piercing damage.
Oh God.
Reaction.
Go on.
Well, I still get the 19, but hellish rebuke reaction.
That's right, I'm not finished yet.
Oh.
I'm not finished yet. Can you make a Constitution saving throw?
Okay, sorry. Remind me what the damage on that bite was.
The damage on the bite was 19 points.
All right. Okay.
And it's not it's dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity, you say? Cool. What's that? Inspiration 23.
That is a pass, so you only take half of the damage. So that would be 4 points of fire damage as well.
And I'm resistant to that, so 2. Uh-huh.
And now you can do your hellish rebuke.
Cool. Right, let me just do the 2.
I'm actually just having a look. The hit points between an adult dragon and a giant purple worm are like almost identical, which is interesting.
So I had to go do it 2 times. No.
Dexterity saving, please, Mr.
For my giant dragon, that one.
Yes. Cool. So saying that it's fire damage, it probably won't do anything.
Oh, that one. Was that fire damage?
Yes. So, yeah, it'll negate pretty much everything I'm doing, but that's fine. Right.
Oh, well, yeah.
Cool. So that is 21, but as your halving, I assume just 11.
As somebody that is resistant to fire yourself, as you do this, you realise that red dragons are immune to fire damage.
Ah, right.
Not resistant.
Okay. So at least get Ander. All right. Never mind.
How many points of damage did it do?
It did 21.
21. Yeah, still not enough to make you roll a con save to see whether I'll spit him out or not.
Cool. Oh, boys.
Yeah, that'll be the end of the dragon's turn. Skip it, you're up.
I cast Fireball. Could you please make a dex saving throw?
You weren't listening.
Was I not?
No. It's a red dragon. It is immune to fire.
But Fireball's a flaming rock. Would the rock not also deal damage?
But it does fire damage, so it's immune to damage.
Oh. Damn it. So I can't cast Fireball. Let me, I need to check this now.
I still can't believe you turned my purple worm into a dragon.
Yeah, yeah. Just for lols.
Just, I honestly can't believe it.
Um,
I really wanted to use my purple worm.
I
That's all right.
Sorry.
I would
Dragon's
like
good.
to cast Dragon's Breath on myself
Okay.
as poison damage.
Okay. I'm gonna be.
And that's
I just want to be like massively annoying. What's the distance of your dragon breath?
doesn't say.
Does it not?
It says touch. Doesn't say how far my Dragon's Breath can go.
Oh.
So, yeah, you should be able to find it.
Is it what I can do? Ander, how far does your breath weapon go?
Yeah.
Well,
Is it so? It's a cone or a line? Do you get that choice?
It's a cone.
It's definitely a cone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I ask is you're a long way away from the dragon. So.
Yeah, no, I know, but I can't do anything else without dealing wimp damage.
30 feet line.
Yeah, 30 feet. There you go.
Will that get me to the
No.
dragon?
That's why I'm telling you to help you. Look, there you go. That's 30 feet from you.
Since I'm so frightened, can I get an unseen servant to push me?
They wouldn't have the strength to push you.
No, they wouldn't.
Can I get my mage hand to pull me?
Your mage hand wouldn't have the strength to do that either. Just use your crossbow. You're at disadvantage anyway, so just use your crossbow.
No, because I'm at double disadvantage.
No, but you still don't. You can never. You don't stack. It's only ever disadvantage. It's not roll.
No, because it's disadvantage, advantage,
But
disadvantage.
you don't get a disadvantage on a disadvantage.
No, you don't.
No, I know, but if I wasn't taking a long shot, I have advantage because I'm hidden.
Right.
You don't have to attack either.
You're still not listening. You're hidden, right? And you got disadvantage. So you roll straight. You have a straight roll. There's no disadvantage. But because you're further away, you're at disadvantage. So regardless, you're at disadvantage. There's only one disadvantage.
I cast invisibility.
Okay. Okay, you cast invisibility.
Oh, actually. Oh, that's my last spell slot.
Make your mind up.
No, I've done it. I'm invisible. And that's the end of my turn.
I like the fact that making yourself invisible, you've actually made yourself more visible on the map.
I've made myself more visible on the map, but the dragon can't see me, can it?
Couldn't see you last time either. Cole, excuse me, Cole, you're up.
Yep, I'll just pop the bow and take some shots at this dude. So first is plus D4. That's not helpful.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's a 20, not a natural.
Yeah,
20 to hit.
20 hits.
Yep, and that is damage. 16 damage. And then I'll take another pop as well. And this is like, it's way above 18. It's like 25, I think, 26, somewhere around there. So that's fine.
So you've turned it into a red dragon, so his armor class has also gone up.
Oh, what's his armor class now? Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I asked without thinking. In that case, I'll figure it out. So that is
It's a hit anyway. It's 20.
Yeah, plus a D4 as well. So it was like 27, sorry. So that's all good. And then damage would be with sharpshooter feet, that would be 19 damage. And that's me. I'll tuck away behind those stalagmites and yeah, hunker down.
Okie dokie. And
Yep, so deck saving throw. Plus the
use a D4. Use everything in your ability.
so that's a 19.
Man, that is still a fail.
Are you technically within 10 feet of me now? You're too far. All right, never mind.
I mean, yeah, he might be within 10 feet of you.
I mean, if
you
he
work out three goes of being in the stomach, how far down would he go? Yeah, he wouldn't be within 10 feet.
all right, never mind.
You wrecked him now.
That
Bloody 19.
that deck's, yeah, man. The deck, I'll tell you, the DC is 21.
Crazy.
And that is 15 points of acid damage.
Halved.
Yep.
Shit.
Oh no, 15 points. I've already halved it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Looks like I'm just gonna do it. I don't get the F out.
Guys on the outside have got to start hitting it.
A bit scary, you.
This is true. This is true. So you made that, but you can still do an attack if you got one. You can still try and do something from the inside. It's just a disadvantage because you're restrained and blinded.
Oh, I can.
Yeah, you're restrained, so you can still attack, but it's a disadvantage.
Okay, so yeah, I'll just hit it with my. I'll go use a small dagger.
Okay.
Customized dagger that you gave me.
Ah, I gave you a customized dagger.
Yeah,
Did I? How long ago was that?
when I met my other half,
Oh my god!
I
Yeah.
got a 22.
22 hits because its armor's not as thick on the inside as it is on the out. If you can name the movie or the person that said that, I'll give you an inspiration.
Was it a dime advert?
No, that's crunchy on the outside, smooth in the middle. Armadillos.
So old.
So I got
Try a dime bar. Ooh, go on. Sorry.
6 points of, I think it was necrotic damage,
It
So
was. It was, yes, because your other half.
and I get half back
You do.
because of it's like vampiric touch.
Yes, I do remember this dagger now. Very briefly. God, I come up with a lot of crap in this flipping campaign, haven't I?
It is, and this is coming into use at the moment.
And yeah, Bob.
I call upon Giants might, oh please me lord.
Giants might, but you're scared. Interesting. Oh.
I get out a bomb. I look up at the stalactites above the dragon.
Interesting.
I light it.
Nice.
Throw it in a 15-foot radius. It should explode if I can get it up there. I've got 60-foot range.
Yeah, well, roll me an attack roll, but as an athletics to throw it because it's a sort of 30, 40 foot high ceiling.
Athletics, I get advantage. Ah! Oh, I dropped it.
Throws on the floor.
Okay, then as an athletics, I get 27.
Oh yeah, easy peasy. Clears the top, hits the stalactites directly over the top of the dragon, and because it was actually a really nice idea, I have an inspiration.
Oh, thank you
Hey.
very much. It's generous tonight.
I like thinking outside of the box. Yeah, but I like out of the box thinking, man.
It does. I don't know if this is going to affect anything, but it does 3d6 damage to the stalactite. So
It's well, I mean, roll the 3d6, and we'll have that many stalactites.
11.
Cool. And each stalactite hits because obviously it's not going to be able to freaking move out of the way. Each stalactite does 4 piercing damage.
Damn.
Yes. Yes.
Nice.
So 44 points of damage.
Yeah.
Now I've got to make a con saving throw. Guess what, Ander?
Yeah,
Yay.
I've seen things I haven't seen before. What the fuck is that?
We'll
Yes,
tell
it
you
was-
later.
I'm sure it looked different when I went in.
What happened to the worm?
Yeah, that was my doing. Sorry about that.
But yes, you are out, but you are prone.
Cool. Cool, cool, cool,
Anything
cool, cool, cool.
anything else, Bob?
Nah.
Cool. Babatunde.
Right. Can old Blue Eyes Red Dragon make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Wisdom, eh? Dragons have got pretty good wisdom. No, they haven't.
Please fail.
15.
Yes, right. So I have something called Fey Presence, which means that you can cause each creature in a 10-foot cube from you to be charmed or frightened by you. Bless you. If they fail. So I reckon you are now frightened by me. Bless you.
Any more? No. Yes. There it is.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Right, yeah. So frightened by me now.
I'm frightened of Babatunde now.
Yes. Cool.
He's so scary.
Aruga. And yeah, that's all I can do for now. I've just rendered it frightened.
Awesome. Legendary action. In its fear, it's going to try and swat you away with a tail attack. And as it's frightened of disadvantage, it was 14. What's the tail attack? Tail attack plus 14. 28 to hit.
Shit.
And that will do 12. 20 points of bludgeoning damage as it swings its tail and swats you.
Unbelievable.
That's a really girly scream.
You
Roar!
better run, woman. Cool. Right, that's the end of my thing.
Cool. That will bring it to the worm's turn. The worm has turned. Disadvantage on ability and attack rolls, and the source of fear and line of sight of the creature is unwilling to move closer to the source of its fear. Cool. Well, I'm already in base contact with it, so awesome. What does one fancy? I think I'm going to go for a killing blow here.
Shit.
Could Babatunde and Ander
Yeah.
with advantage make me a dexterity saving throw?
Why advantage for me? Oh yeah, control.
Disadvantage because you're prone.
Oh, disadvantage.
+5 on yours and the D4.
1, 2, 3.
So what was it? Dexterity, you say?
Yes.
Cool. Yeah. 8.
Cool. Love that. I love those noises. What was Anders?
11.
Is that with the 5 and the +4? Wow.
Oy vey.
Oh. So you guys are going to take all of this.
Fun.
I'll just hold Anders' hand.
Yeah, I mean,
We're going to hell together.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh no.
I'm going to roll 9 twice because I could dig out 18, but I'm not going.
Hope they're all ones.
And was it? If it doubles my hit points at the moment, I'm dead.
Yes. No, it's got to go above your starting hit points. So
Oh, is it?
I've got to do 132 damage
Hmm.
for you to die, which I
Okay.
that's massive overkill. I don't even think with 18 D6s I can do that. Not with all those 2s anyway. I know you're going to hate me, but you did turn it into a dragon. 76 points of fire damage.
Oy vey.
Awesome.
Babatunde's halved because it's fire.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. Not dead then.
So got away with it, but Ander is
I'm dead.
He did.
spent the whole fight in a dragon's stomach and came out to get roasted. That's my God. 4. Skip it. Your go.
Nothing.
Nothing. You're not even going to try and shoot it.
No.
You can use like the help action stuff like that. Just not me. I'm just trying to help him.
He's not. I mean, why aren't you trying to shoot it with your bow, with your crossbow? Just try and get an arrow up his bum.
Doesn't deal any damage.
Why doesn't it do any damage?
No, because like I'll probably miss because I got disadvantage.
I could try.
But you still try. You don't give up. What kind of hero's that?
He said I was a hero.
Are you not entertained? Well, screw you, and just walk out. Do you know what I mean? It's the way it goes.
Yeah.
Got to try. Blimey.
Fine. If I miss this, it's all your fault.
Yes, of course it. Well, I suppose it is because you know. Actually, no, it's not. It's serious.
Yeah.
You rolled
Don't
the
I
right
have
way
that
to the
ability that lets me re-roll nat ones?
No.
Ah. Okay, well then I miss.
How many shots do you get with your crossbow?
1.
2.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. You're a bowmaster, so you can use a bonus action to use your crossbow.
Oh yeah, okay.
What do you call me?
Ha! Guess what?
Yeah.
2. I rolled a 1 and then a 2. So
Awesome.
neither of those.
No, he tried though. He tried. Okay. Want to move? Or are you just going to stay invisible?
I would like to stay invisible, thanks.
Fair enough. Cole, you're up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pop the bow again. Pop that bow and do reroll that with a luck die. Yeah, that's better. Is 27 to hit,
Yes, 27 hits.
and that will damage for 22,
Awesome.
and then we'll do the same again. And that's a it's 24 to hit,
Now that hits.
and that'll be 17 damage on that.
17. Wow.
And then I'm just going to do a bonus action, which will be another rally, this time on Babatunde, but that is just a measly 5 HP. So temporary HP, so enjoy.
Oh, thank you very much.
And I'll tuck back in again and just hide away.
Yeah, fair enough. Bob, 'tis you, and you're on deck.
Well, but I thought Ada went before me.
It's because I got the order wrong last time.
Oh, okay. Right.
Oh no, what?
Okay. Right. Can I get to Babatunde even though I'm frightened? Can I keep my distance and make my way around?
I mean, your 25 feet won't get you there, so unless you're
It
going
won't.
to dash. Your 25 feet won't get you there, no.
I'm not going to dash. Is there anything left in the ceiling, like loose or any stalactites left at all?
Yes.
There is. I'm going to go for another bomb attack on the ceiling.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, 28 to hit.
Yeah. Blows the ceiling again.
Okay. Yeah. 12 this time on the fire damage.
Each one that falls does
4.
1 point of damage.
Oh, right. Oh, you're rolling it.
I was rolling a d4, yeah.
Yeah. Right, there's 12 points. Yeah.
12.
Oh, man. Okay, so that's that. Bonus action. I'm going to shift my Shield of Faith. So I'm going to cast Shield of Faith again. And I'm going to put it this time on Babatunde.
Oh, well, thank you.
Shield of Faith.
And I think that's all I can do. Yeah, that's all I can do.
Nothing like throwing a good challenge at you, is there?
Yeah.
Okay. And a death saving throw.
Oh, that's good. 19.
Cool. 1 in the column for not dead. Babatunde, you're up.
So closer than that one.
Oh my god.
Whoa, double fail.
Right, I'm going to take a swing with my Oathbreaker for a 16 to hit.
16 misses.
Right, I'm gonna actually use the inspiration I got like years ago. Does that mean I can just re-roll this and try again?
You can roll the attack again, yeah.
Cool. All right. Yeah, I remember I got it for making a short joke against Pippet. That's a natural 20 this time.
Yeah.
Hey!
There you go.
Yes, Queen.
Try and roast me, you bastard.
Right, so that'll be what are you saying? So that's a 12 slashing damage.
Yeah.
And then I'll attack again for a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
And that will be a 13 slashing damage. And then, just because I forgot I had this thing, but we need to add it on. That will be a. Where's the 8? There it is. That's a 13 radiant damage as well, because of the improved divine smite on both of them.
Yep.
And then, as a bonus action, I will.
Cry into your pillow. So as you strike,
No, bonus action.
hold
Oh,
on.
no. Oh. All right, sorry.
As you strike the dragon, crushing through, knocking teeth out, you see the polymorph of the dragon disappear, and the worm returns.
Yeah.
And as the worm returns and moves slightly, because the dragon's health points were above the worm's, the worm comes back and just goes.
Oh, damn.
On the floor in front of you.
Nice.
What, dead?
Yep.
Oh, no.
Cool.
Crazy. Thank God for that. I thought we were going to die.
I didn't
Oh.
take any damage.
Oh,
I'll-
blimey.
I'll
And
wait to
I'm
use
still
my bonus
invisible, so
action.
you think I'm dead.
Well done there, Bobbins and Nate. Well done.
Well, thank you. Right, we need to then heal.
Your boy there.
Yes.
I got a healer's kit on me.
Oh, lovely. I was going to say desk bot, then. It's not a desk bot.
I got a healer's kit. Move out of the way, my medic coming through.
Yeah, I see. Gonna roll for a death saving throw.
That's right. I'm seeing Bob wasn't that far away. Bob was-
I was gonna do it for my safe. See if what I would have got. Oh, okay.
So, using your medicine kit on him.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find. Oh no, wait, it's in my inventory. Where are you? Oh, equipment. Healer's kit. Right, this kit is.
I think if I just do that.
Oh right, okay. So it just stabilizes him without even making a medicine check.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I use a healer's kit on him to stabilize him, and then I use lay hands on Paul and give him 15 HP.
Andy, you're back and alive.
Did we win?
Ah. Give it away.
It's an interesting thing to just I don't mind letting in the thing. This red dragon, this model here, was originally going to be the archdemon. It's not now.
Well, the red one.
This was, yeah. That's why I started painting it.
Oh, nice. But then you
I
got a
stopped.
bigger one.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
That was the first dragon model I ever bought.
he's
But yes.
dead.
Thank you for polymorphing my purple dragon.
That's all right.
Thank you for killing it. Almost killing Ander.
It'd be good if you did have a purple dragon.
I did.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Purple.
Yeah.
That's why I chose that model.
Right, now that our leader is revived, what do we do now?
Find an exit.
Good, I like it. Right. Cool.
I'd also like to inspect the worm for anything of value, anything of interest.
I mean, it's got rows and rows and rows and rows and rows of missile-sized sharp teeth.
Ooh.
But other than that, it's a big worm.
I'd like to procure some of these sharp teeth, maybe make them into something of an armor-piercing arrow, if there's such a thing.
Interesting. I tell you what, the worm has got a stinger. This is so on the back of it, on its tail, the worm has got a stinger. If you take the stinger, you can use the stinger as a it's got a poison stinger on the tail. If you wish to use that to make a trick arrow. The teeth don't do anything, they just make an arrow.
Okay. Cool.
But when you sort of get round to the tail, the stinger's like 4 foot long.
Cool. I like it.
Is there any lithium dust
Oh, yeah.
from
All around,
Bob's
everywhere.
bombardment?
It's in the air. You're almost breathing it in. It's everywhere in this room.
Yeah. Start harvesting it.
Definitely.
How much can we get?
Roll me a D100.
Not both me and Bob, or just Bob?
Just one person roll me D100.
But you do it.
I'm assuming Bob just rolled really shy then.
I didn't even roll. I just know it's going to be shit.
Michael, you all right, mate? You falling asleep?
What?
I
Yes.
got a 33.
33. So you get 3.3 kilos of usable lyrium.
Very nice. Very nice.
Oh,
If no one else wants to take anything, we just find our way out.
Can I have some of its teeth?
You want it? Yeah, take a couple of teeth.
who said that?
Yeah, in all fairness, he's still a bit invisible.
Yeah, you see teeth start disappearing off the dragon.
The dragon is a worm again now.
Yeah, off the worm then. I just walk in front of where Babatunde was and just start pulling teeth out.
Yeah.
I'll try and get it up to the thing so you can see, look, rows and rows and rows of teeth.
So,
Nice.
yeah.
Ooh. Can I roll a D100 to see how many I get?
See the proper no,
Why?
because you don't need 100 teeth.
Yes, I do.
Each one of these teeth is like a foot long. You don't.
I
you
want a
can
lot.
carry them.
I want to turn this stuff into armor. Like,
I'll make
I
back
need
the
a
tooth
lot.
I
fairy.
want to have teeth armor.
Yeah,
What's the AC for teeth armor?
calcium armor.
Mhm.
How do you
Protects against
buff
black.
up?
What?
9 out of 10 dentists will recommend him.
Nice.
No, that's like when I recommend Aquafresh.
It always makes me think what that other dentist was doing. Like, did he not go to the same seminar?
how hard are its scales?
I mean, its hide is fairly tough. It's like a thick leather, but by the time you take it off and harvest it, it won't be any better than leather armor that you're wearing.
Okay. I will steal some teeth to sell then.
Okay.
And does it have eyes?
No. There
Okay.
are no eyes on this creature.
I like eyes. I collect eyes.
The reason why this new
Stay away from me.
the reason why this knew where you were and everywhere that you went, it's got tremor sense. So all you had to do was step, and it knew exactly where you were.
Yeah, funny that I didn't move.
That's why I never went after you.
It moved and shoot when invisible.
But yes, Anything else that you wish to try and find off of this worm? We've got a couple of teeth being taken. Say you've taken 4 teeth.
Can we cut its stomach open, see if it's congested? Anything interesting?
Bob's going to tell you a story
What do
about
you
how silly
mean?
it is to try and see what's in an animal's stomach.
Well, right, all right, well, put up a tooth, laddie. I'll tell you all about it. Right. So,
TK.
yeah, one day, we had a battle with this Hydra thing, and I thought it'd be a good idea to get to have a look inside, see what it would have. You never know. I know what you're thinking. You might get something inside it. It might be a bit valuable. You might be able to sell it or something. But you don't want to do that, because what happens is you do something to me arm. Something in your stomach, you just ended up my arm was buggered. It took me ages to get back in your arm. I did bloody right for lava. You don't want to do it, really.
You said something about lava.
So, no, nothing about lava.
Yeah, I can hear
It
No,
it.
destroys your armor.
Bob climbed inside a Hydra's stomach, and the acid rotted his armor and took down his AC.
I didn't say go inside. I said cut open.
Yes, but what will come out of a stomach if you cut it open?
Stomach
Stomach
acid.
contents.
But I will not be near it.
How are you going to cut it open? You're not near it.
I'm gonna get on top of it and like cut it through, and then
If you really, really want to, if
Yeah.
nobody's going to talk you out of it.
well, they can't see me.
Lovely.
I don't know what I was doing.
John
I'm just
Cena.
gonna shout, "Get out the way!" while still being invisible.
Fair enough. So you start cutting down this worm. Now, bear in mind, this is a 100-foot worm. Do you know where the worm's stomach is?
No, but it does have a massive hole in its back from where I stabbed it before.
It has a cut in its bum. Maybe
It wasn't just his bum;
it was his
it's
tail.
down its back.
His tail, which is 90 feet away from the head.
Okay, well, a short sword, and I'll just hold the short sword and try and cut it all the way along.
So for you to cut along this, I want you to pick. Right, you've got 100-foot. You've got 100-foot worm.
Yeah.
Right, pick a 10-foot area. So pick 20 to 30 foot, or 30 to 40 foot, or 40 to 50 foot. Pick an area.
40 to 50.
40 to 50, somewhere in the middle. Yeah, you're assuming the stomach is right in the middle of the worm. Fair enough. So you sort of find the middle of the worm, you sort of pace it out, measure it a little bit, jamming in. This is tough. This is hard old armor. I mean, you've just battled against this thing for like an hour, trying to beat it up, trying to stab it.
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't. The rest of them did. Babatunde's sword barely piercing the armor of this thing, but you with your long sword, you're just there, sort of hacking away.
Longsword?
Short sword, then.
Opposite, yeah.
And you're just sort of hacking away. You've been 10 minutes. You managed to make like a 12-inch incision. You gonna keep going? What are the rest of you doing while this invisible goblin is trying to cut this thing open?
We've left.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did shout.
Move out of the way, that's what you shouted, but everybody sort of looked over and went, well, carried on.
Yeah, kind of just waiting, I think.
Yeah.
That's right. You find a loose bit of scale and you sort of just slide down the side. As you slide down the side, the content of its internals just envelops, just unloads onto the cavernous floor, and all that comes out is 2 partially digested mules.
Oh no.
I don't even
Yeah.
think he's listening.
Mm.
You just cut through its stomach, and I told you what came out.
Oh.
Get off your phone.
You kids.
So what came out of his stomach?
I don't know.
No.
His last meals.
Yeah. 2 partially digested mules.
And some wood. Okay. Let's go.
Come on in, lad.
How long does your invisibility last? An hour.
Yeah.
Are you still invisible then?
No.
Okay.
After I gave up, I just appear, take a really deep breath, and say, "Let's go then, shall we?" And I start
Who the
trotting.
hell are
off.
you?
What?
Where the hell were you?
I don't know what you're talking about. I was here the whole time. I saw this dragon and pissed myself, but I was here the whole time.
Where'd Syria go? Is he making crumpets?
No, I'm still here.
Oh, laying down. Cool.
He's just eating a crumpet.
I'm always eating a crumpet.
All about crumpets.
There are three tunnels that lead out of this area. The one that you came in, there's one next to it, and then you've got two further in front.
Is there anything different about the tunnels at all?
No, they're all pretty much, they are worm cut tunnels.
Right, well, the old maze trick. If you dug in a maze, you stick to the left wall. It works for me down in the sewers back in the day, and I can't see it going wrong down here. What do you say?
Well, that seems fair to me.
A
Agreed.
suggestion and nothing.
Aye.
All right then.
Well, are you going left from the first left of the tunnel that you came in, or the left of the big tunnel that's further into the cavern?
Yes.
What I'll do is I'll share the thing again and I'll try and. So you came
It's
in.
back. Oh, oh no.
It's alive.
So we came in from the bottom, yeah?
Hey.
Oh, I don't we're in the
So
tunnel.
you came in from here, right? And if I do this, haha.
Yeah, we came in from the bottom.
You came in
and
from here. If you go directly left, you go out there,
then- Wait, out where?
out here. This bit, like this bit, directly here. It's not a wall. That's a cave. That's a cave. Or
Oh,
you've got exit to the left, or the exit over the back.
the left.
This one over here.
Yeah.
There is a map to these caverns. So
Uh,
as you gather all of your stuff, whether it's your teeth, whether it's your stinger, and you start marching off down the left hand cavern. As you start marching down the left hand cavern, you can feel that there's a slight gradient. There's a slight gradient as it sort of comes up and just drops down a little bit while you're walking, as if it's sort of starting to raise and go up, but it starts to fade off round to the right, then continues to go round.
so it goes up a little bit and then goes round. to
And
the
then
right.
and then flattens and then turns right.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right. And is it just like, what can we see ahead of us? Is it just straight tunnel?
You can just see straight tunnel filled with worm mucus,
Wow.
silky slime.
Hmm.
What do you reckon? Keep going.
Yeah, as good as better as any, I reckon. Just keep going.
Aye.
Yeah.
Cool. You carry on walking, and this tunnel goes straight. There's no variations to it. There's no tunnels off of it. There's no anything. It's straight as a die.
How long is it? Yeah, go on, sorry.
I'm just saying, it's straight as a die. How long do you want to walk for?
Oh, as long as it takes to get to something.
Okay.
Hmm.
In that case, you follow this for about a mile.
Damn.
and you suddenly feel it raise. It's coming up like almost to a steep incline. But there's no real open top to it. But as you sort of approach, you can see that there is sky, but it's pitch black.
Nighttime.
It's a storm.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Anyone's their way out? Can we get out, climb up or anything?
It's an incline, so like the one that you saw previously, where the worm came up and then went down.
Oh right, so we can just walk out. Cool.
Seems so.
As you sort of step out, you're very very close to the coast of the map.
Oh, the coast. Back the way we came.
Yes, I'm just going to get the map up for you.
Who's got the map?
You.
Oh yeah.
I've got the map
Got it in my hands. Look.
somewhere. Is this the one? It's the one without the storm. Yeah, that's fine. So I'll get the map up. Wow. So you have come up about here.
Oh wow. Oh, the other side of Denerim.
So you've almost come up next to the coast.
Oh, you have a look at that.
How convenient.
This is the old picture. This isn't even the new picture. Oh, bloody hell's the old picture?
Where's the encampment gone? Oh,
Yeah.
Oh no, we're gonna just do it again.
You know you wouldn't mind that. There it is. I found it. Oh, everything's frozen. There we go.
Yeah.
My computer didn't like that. There you go.
Much clearer as well.
So yeah, so you sort of come up right here, looking out onto the waterway.
Aye.
All right, seeing as we're going past Denerim, I will heal myself a little bit. Just in case.
But as you come out of the tunnel and you look up, the sky is dark. It is pitch black. The storm is directly overhead. It is almost covered the entire country. There was lightning flashes and thunder rumbles. You sort of look up and you think it's evening. It feels like night, but you're unable to see any stars beyond the dark cloud cover.
No good.
I think it's my bedtime.
Mine do, mate. Mine do. We have to get back to camp and get your head down. Oh, I need a poo as well.
Find a bush, mate.
Oh, I do. Got a lovely little shrine back at the camp. We'll just wait, hold it until then.
I don't blame me if you shit your loincloth.
Oh no, I'll have to get a new one.
Man, every time. The clouds almost directly above your head start to swirl and move as something flies overhead.
Oh, not him again.
Go away. Hey, you hear me?
Oh, let's see if they freeze you.
Oh,
No.
Ah, that's like Stranger Things. He tells the monster to go away. It doesn't.
Right, doesn't hear it.
cool. I'll shout again.
Yeah, we're not too far from the camp. Is there anything like where we are on this side of Denerim that would could we investigate for like any sort of intel that we might not have, as in entrances to the city or any sort of signs of?
I mean,
sort of-
or you could I don't know, is that close to the coast? Go on then, roll me. Roll me a perception. Did any of you pick up? I'm trying to think if it was this game. I think it was. I'm not 100% sure. But did anybody pick up the telescope?
Me.
I did offer a telescope. I offered a looking.
I
it
have a
was
telescope.
So skip it. Cool. Skip it. As everybody starts looking around, you're going to look out to sea with your telescope.
Okay.
You're going to roll me a perception? Or are you just going to
Yeah.
okay it?
18.
18. In the distance, Skip it spots black sails on the horizon.
No, no.
Ow. What does that mean?
What do you mean?
Why is there black sails?
If I may?
Yes, please.
And if Skip it lets me, I'll use the binoculars.
Yeah,
Telescope.
telescope. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Open a right eye.
right.
Damn it. There we go. Okay, so you're looking out at it, yeah?
Yeah, to see
You see
what he
the-
means.
You see the same thing. You don't see boats, but you see sails, as in over the horizon. You can just see sails peering over the water top. Black sails.
Are they proper sails or like holes in them? Like,
No, full on black sails. No rotten. Oh look, what's going on? What was that?
Lightning.
Yeah, it was cool, that wasn't it?
Hmm.
My green screen's got on mind of its own.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
well, you chose an animated background.
I think it just flickers when he puts his hand above his head.
Yeah, it was
Do
really
it again. Yeah, look.
Oh, that is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so random. Yeah.
The empowers.
Yeah, I mean, all you can see is clean black sails.
What would that be?
Either pirates or
It's a black pearl.
I mean, in all fairness, I was thinking about it. But if I sort of lean that way. Right. So here's for Eldon. Right.
You're like a weatherman or something. And coming in from the east, we have a large stormy cloud.
Here's for Eldon. And you can see the boats between the sort of move it about there.
Oh, okay.
Further out to sea, but yes, for Eldon.
Hmm.
Just so you can see just how big this world is, and you're here.
Damn.
Is
Crazy.
Seem quite insignificant in a way.
Hmm.
Well,
Oof.
if you sort of do the, it's been 67 weeks just in Farilde.
Hmm. Yeah. First world problems, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Now, as you currently can, so looking out, you can see black sails on the horizon. You don't know what they are, where they are, what they're from.
Can we estimate a distance? Or did you give this out already?
It's well, look, just over the top of the horizon, so it must be more than a
Oh.
mile off the coast. Easily more than a mile off the coast. But as the storm flickers overhead, night draws in.
Let's try and make camp. Because we don't know where how far the encampment is.
Oh, sort of within an hour's walk from where you are.
Oh no, let's press on.
You're only off to the side of Denerim. You literally just gotta walk round the sea.
Yeah, don't you want to wait and see what these boats are all about? We could have a nice long rest there and put our feet up round the fireplace and, just have a little zing-zong and whatnot.
Rather not test the chance if they're hostile.
Well, yeah, all right then, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I thought you needed to go for a shitter as well.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Well, I can do it down at the beach. Yeah. Right. Yeah, no, he's got a point. Need to get himself to a lovely little toilet. So I got the rear.
That's one thing I agree on. You being at the rear and you got
As you start to walk around the side of Denerim City, there's a noise in the air, something that you haven't heard for a while. It's hustle, it's bustle, it's the clanging of metal, the striking of shields and swords.
Oh, you're joking me.
Insight? Could it be? I don't know what it is. Ada probably knows what it is. But
As you sort of get round to the front, where the main gates of the entrance of the city are, you can see that there is an army mustering outside the gate.
what from who?
What? Trying to attack our troops.
Roll me a perception. You're outdistant in a minute.
19. Oh no, I think
Got an 18.
I think it's 18 as well. Actually,
You can see that the army that is being mustered is that of the Denerim Guard.
Or against us.
which way are they facing?
They're just mustering. They're not in lines. They're not militarily set up. They are just a muster of guard outside the main entrance.
Throw a bomb into the nearest group. Not very joking.
I mean, you're a couple of 100 yards away at the minute, a couple of 100 feet away. Because the city is a huge city, so it's not like a. How do you wish to proceed?
Oh, it's a bit worrying. News.
Let's see what our commanders say since we've been gone, to see what they know.
Since you've been gone.
Aye, well, I reckon, right? You just hear me out on this one. We got the element of surprise because we're on the other side, and we got the flank here. And if they were to attack the camp, we can take them from the rear, or we can just sneak in undetected into Denerim and see if we can do anything in there.
There are approximately 80 soldiers outside the city.
And I hate to sound like a spoil sport, but Adder and I are near death currently.
Well, I'm all right.
Hi.
You all right, mate?
Yeah, I got a little cut on my finger.
Oh, you'll be all right. We'll have to job it off.
Such a little arse. Isn't
Yeah.
it? I got to try and come up with something that can kill him.
What about the warden commander? Try to teach him some discipline.
Ow.
Ha!
Hide.
What are we gonna do? We gonna sneak past them then, or
Well, they can't attack us. We haven't provoked them.
right.
If they do try and attack us, they got against their promise.
Aye. Right, then we should be able to walk past them then.
Should.
I don't know what they got against me, to be honest.
You're one of us now, and that's why.
Shut up. They don't know that.
Yeah, guilty by association.
Did everyone take? Is everyone like a Grey Warden now as well?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no.
I done a
everyone's
big
back now.
speech, remember?
Oh,
Yeah, and I passed out in an heart attack.
That's why we've now got 3 new warlocks.
Oh yes, we have nightmares now.
Mm.
Welcome to the club.
Gee, thanks, lads.
We gave you heads up.
Yeah, we did warn you, mate. Yeah, we did.
We did warn you.
Yeah,
How
didn't
does
want.
dis-
You didn't want a shit. You didn't do anything.
How does
We
disguise
bloody
self
did.
work?
Don't you dare lie.
Said it might taste bad, and not. Well,
Taste, man. not getting night terrors every.
yeah, you forgot that part.
What's up, Skiffit? You were trying to say something.
How does disguise self work?
Well,
You see yourself.
You cast.
No,
a-
is it look, touch?
so
You touch
it
yourself.
changes you touch yourself,
Yeah.
and you can make yourself a foot taller, a foot shorter, but you will look like another humanoid thing.
No, I know, but does it, like, if I want to copy something else that I can see, does that work by
I mean,
look, or do I have to
depends what
touch
it
it?
is. If you want to turn yourself into a Denerim guard, I'm sort of
Yes.
where you're going with this. If you want to turn yourself into a Denerim guard, you can, but only to look. So if anybody touches you, pats you on the back, tries to shake your hand, they will go inside the illusion.
Okay.
So it's
Oh,
like if you
yeah.
say you're 5 foot tall and you make yourself 6 foot tall. If
I'm
someone
actually
goes to
4
slap
foot
you
tall.
in your head, they go literally through the head of it.
Ha! Miss me.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I want to be a Denerim guard.
Interesting.
Well, we're trying to get in. This is, yeah.
Try and get to our encampment.
You just want to get
Right.
to your encampment. So if I go, do you want me to go back to the map?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we'll go.
Old map, but still. Encampment is where your
Okay.
mouse is.
I can't believe. Oh my God. Yeah, so the encampment's here. I can't believe I found the other one. Ha!
That's all right. We know where it is.
I know, but it's annoying. Haha. So you are now.
Oh, it's blue.
You are now here,
Yes.
and your encampment is there, and the guards are here.
What? We can't see a cursor.
Oh, can you not?
No.
No.
That's really strange. Okay, so you're out. Say for the want of this, the front door faces the encampment, right? So you're where the door is on Denerim,
Yep.
and the guards are at the side of the castle.
Okay.
So you're walking. You're 200 feet away from them, and you're walking past them.
You know, if I cast fireball, you think one of them will see it?
If you cast fireball, yes, of course everybody will see fireball.
Joking. But yeah, I would like to disguise self as a Denerim guard.
Before you do this, do you wish to discuss the plan with the rest of your team?
Good idea.
I think you should. No.
What are you thinking?
So basically, I'm going to go bish bash bosh. I'm a guard. And you lot can sneak around them whilst I discuss them, talk to them and distract them and try and get them away from the wall so that you guys can sneak on the wall.
I mean, it is pitch black at the moment. It's, well, not pitch black, but it isn't that luminous. So we could probably just casually walk by in a rounded way.
True.
Oh, and well, I mean, he could eavesdrop and all.
Oh, yes. Good point.
Who, me?
Aye. Even if it's not just cover us going by, you know, you can just have a little listen and see if you can get any sort of information.
Oh, yes.
I would like to disguise self in case they do see me.
Aye. We sneak past. Oh, I think it's a good plan.
Wait,
Yes.
can I change my voice when going into disguise self? 'Cause I am very much losing it.
The answer to that is no, because it only
Uh,
your appearance.
uh,
But I suppose you could change your voice like anyone can change their voice. Like
Yeah,
we
so
could voice.
if you talk like this, you could probably talk like this. Do you know what I mean? It's just
Aye.
somebody's going to have a sore throat in the morning.
I already do.
This is why when you're talking to the DM, you should talk normally.
I do. Right.
So,
Bish
you
bash
cut-
bosh
Yeah,
disguise.
great. Are you going to walk the 200 feet towards the rest of the soldiers?
How many?
80.
80.
80. 80.
Perfect. I'm gonna walk straight in. I'm joking. I would.
End of the plan? No? Still okay.
You said they were against the wall, or like
They're standing in front of the main gate of Denerim.
okay.
Next time I'll draw a 3D map. They're standing in front of the main gate. You're off to the side of the city, 200 feet away. They're all standing mustered outside the front gate.
They want to kill us.
You don't
No,
know.
you're making assumptions.
Well, there's a lot of them, and like, how big of a radius is it?
How big of a radius is it?
The amount of people.
80 people.
Yeah, but how many of them can fit into a fireball circle? In case all goes
We're
bad.
actually gonna go try and murder him. Is that what you
No,
said?
I said if all goes bad.
Yeah, you do realise this wasn't part of our plan, and now we separated. So if we see a fireball, we'll be like, "What?"
Oh, right. He's gone rogue.
Yeah. Kill streak.
It's freedom of choice.
This is not where you
Yeah,
can call
I
down
mean,
a nuke.
the most you would fit inside your fireball would be sort of 15.
What about 10 fireballs?
I only have one spell slot left.
Oh well.
Yeah, it's probably not the start of fight then.
Yes,
I mean,
please
I
don't.
could. A minor illusion wouldn't keep them for long, would it? How big can a minor illusion be? Can a minor
Minor illusion, the size of
fireworks?
a football.
Can I make an illusion that there's fireworks, but that look big, but in reality they're really close to them as the illusion?
Well, as in using minor illusion, create a firework. So minor illusion is a static picture.
Yes.
So
Also, it can't like move.
It can't move. It can't do anything.
Oh, do I have illusion spells? I have so many like illusion spells and stuff.
Well, that's because you're an arcane trickster.
Yeah. Also that. Oh, ow. I keep hitting my knee.
It sounds
Did
like you
the-
sort of lost track of the reason why you were going over.
Skip it left the group to go over there. Or are you still?
He hasn't yet. He's still pissing. He's still
Oh,
picking around.
Still
Yeah.
with the group. Nero. What are
You
you
want
doing
us
then?
to-
lad? It was Oriana.
Do you want to go around the idea again?
Let's go over the plan.
Yeah, I guess
What-
I can't cast fireball, so yeah.
So, if you distract the guards by
Mm,
being one of them, you can
mm.
help us get to the encampment. Plus, you can get information on why they're there.
No, I only distract them if they.
I know, but they're going to try and touch me head. I don't. Fine, all right, go on then.
Yeah,
Disguise self.
only distract them, right? Only distract them if you need to, right? But if they start looking, they hear noise from us, right? But
Quick
otherwise,
question.
just wait and listen.
What's a pact slot and what's a spell slot? What's the difference?
So the pack slot allows you to cast one of your particular sorcerer spells.
No, it's asking me
Oh,
what one I would like
warlocks.
to use.
Oh, you can. Yeah, you can choose. You can choose.
But
So
does
it's
it make
like-
any difference to the spell?
No, it's just
Okay.
basically a spell slot. Warlocks get loads of spell slots.
It's your warlock spell slot.
Yeah, so
warlocks
Well,
have
I've used a
pact
spell
magic.
slot. I am now a guard, and I would like to walk into the crowd.
and explode.
Yeah, kamikaze.
Brutal.
I like. No.
So you have turned yourself into a Denerim guard, and you have now started to head towards the guards mustered outside the gate.
I might do it as a light jog, like to see that I'm like late for something.
Okay, yeah, I like the deception. And as you approach the collection of 80 guards standing outside the front gate,
Yeah.
that's where we're stuck with for this week.
And that's also how Skip It dies.
So I finally got to use my purple worm model, and he turned it into a red dragon, mate. Like, but thank you very much for making it all the way to the end. And as you can see, the storms are brewing over the top of Denerim. And until next time, take care.